Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a July book haul for you, and I've kind of made the decision that instead of like going book shopping or going thrift store shopping and making a video each time I get a small amount of books, I'm just gonna make one big haul of what I got for the entire month at the end or towards the end of every single month. I think it'll be better. It'll be more organized, hopefully. So we're gonna start with the books, some of the books that I got in June. So June was a huge haul month for me. I have a June book haul, which I'll link right up here and in the description below. So the world kind of started opening up a little bit here, and I got super excited that my bookstore and that my thrift stores were opening. So I kind of dragged my husband book shopping a lot in June. And honestly, it's mostly because I traded in all the books that I had been collecting, that I had been reading for during the pandemic. And so that's fine. I just replaced a lot of books that I unhauled. And that's okay that I got a lot, but I did a few different smaller videos, so I'm just gonna do one big one from now on. And yeah, let's get into the end of June's, and then we'll move on to this month. Okay, so the first stack of books that I got in June at my local thrift store, and this one is called Savers. So I like going to Savers because the money you spend there goes to the Big Sisters Big Brothers program, which I am a supporter, and I think that that's just great. There aren't very many organizations like that anymore that help charity, or not a lot that I know of, so I should really research that and find some more. But at this thrift store, I kinda hit the jackpot. So these are Reader's Digest bind-ups. I think each of them have 4 books, and I have 5 of them. So they all range from mystery thrillers to contemporaries to historical fiction. So there's a ton of different types of books in here. I'm really excited for the thrillers and the mysteries, honestly. And this one has The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. And if you follow my channel, you know that I absolutely love everything Riley Sager right now. He is amazing, and I really want to get my hands on, I haven't read The Last Time I Lied, and I haven't read Home Before Dark, which is his new one. Other than that, I've read everything by him, and I just absolutely love his work. And then this one, so it's just a ton of different stories. I'm really excited for them. Okay, and then this next stack is the last of the June loot. So my friend Michael gave me a few books, and I wasn't really going to talk about them, but I mean, why not? That's how I get my books sometimes. We like trade books. I give her some, she gives me some, and honestly, me, Amanda, and Michael are just best friends, and we are always talking about books. We buddy read a lot, and it's just fun to have best friends that you can share something like books with. And that's exactly what we did. So, just kidding. Sorry. Michael gave me these, and I've actually already read one of them. Really loved it. And then I went and looked at her, Michael's reading for it. She didn't love it as much as I did. I think it was a 2-star for her, but a 5-star for me. But oh well. So, this one I haven't read yet. Here, I'll start with the one I've read. That is Every Day by David Levithan. So, it follows A, and I think when I did the review of this, I said A was a boy, but that's not entirely true. A is the name the character gave him themselves. A wakes up in a different body every single day, and A gets to live in that body for 24 hours, and then A experiences life 24 hours as a different person until A meets Raylan. Oh man, I can't remember. Until A meets this girl, and A kind of falls in love with her, but she thinks that A is her boyfriend because A is in her boyfriend's body. So it's kind of complicated and messy, but oh my gosh, it gave me all the feels, and I just loved it. Okay, and then the last four I haven't read yet. I do believe she gave me one more. Oh, wait, I found it. Michael did give me one more. So, these ones I don't know a lot about, so I'm kind of just going to go through them really quick. Okay, so the first one is The Perfect Girl by Jilly McMillan, and I don't know a whole lot about it. It just says Zoe is a 17-year-old music prodigy with a genius IQ. 3 years ago, she was involved in a tragic incident that left 3 classmates dead. She served her time, and now her mother, Maria, has resolved to keep that devastating fact a secret. Woo. So, tonight Zoe is giving a recital that Maria has been planning for months. It needs to be the performance of Zoe's life, but instead, by the end, Maria is dead. Okay, that sounds pretty good. That sounds good. Then there's Magnolia by Christy Cook. I don't know a lot about this. I think that it has to do with these 2 teenagers in Mississippi, Gemma and Ryder, who hate each other so much. But their parents basically have their Southern royalty, so they have their future's planned out that these two are gonna get married. And I'm pretty sure it's like a hate to love romance, which I haven't loved. I think the only one that I've liked in my entire life is The Other Side. Oh, By My Side by Casey West. It's not so much a hate to love, it's just, I guess it kind of is, but they only hate each other because they don't know each other. These two know each other and hate each other. But look at the borders. That's just cute. Then I got this duology. And the first one, I'm just going to go what I think the first one's about. Second one's going to kind of follow that, I think. But the first one is about this girl, Brittany. She is a cheerleader. She's wearing a mascot uniform when she jumps off a busy bridge to her death. And now her friends are trying to piece together what happened. So that sounds great. And then this one I cannot read until Amanda, Michael, and I do our next buddy read. I believe this can be the next buddy read. So that is The Truth Beneath the Lies by Amanda Searcy. And it follows two different girls, Kayla and Betsy. And Kayla wants to run away from her life while Betsy just wants to survive. But they start playing a deadly game, and only one of them will live. Then I have two unboxings, but I'm pretty sure I know what they are. And I actually just took this off right before the video. But it's a book. I'm pretty sure it's the book I won on Goodreads, Confessions at 7:45. Confessions on 7:45. I think it's at, I don't know. It is Confessions on the 7:45 by Lisa Ugner. And this is an ARC, advanced reader copy. So I think this is the one that I won on Goodreads, but just look at that cover. I know we're not supposed to judge books by the cover, but come on. So this is a thriller that doesn't get released until October 6th. So I feel like I should have plenty of time to read this, knock on wood. But it's about this woman named Selena, who is on a train home when it kind of stalls on the tracks. So she starts kind of befriending the woman next to her, Martha. And Martha confesses to Selena that she's having an affair with her boss. And Selena confesses to Martha that she thinks her nanny and her husband are having an affair. And then Selena's nanny goes missing, and this is the mystery of what happened to her. Right? That's so exciting. The first one I got was Winter Kill by CJ Box. Honestly, I don't know anything about this other than CJ Box is supposed to be a really good author, and it's a mystery of sorts. If you've read this, leave in the comments below if it's good or not, or what you thought of it. And then, oh, okay, so this one I've heard so many things on BookTube about, and I'm halfway excited to read this, but halfway nervous, because if it's not as good as the hype around it is, then I'm gonna have some major unpopular opinions on this one. But this is Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. This follows this guy, Lincoln. This guy Lincoln, who gets a job at an office where he has to read all the outgoing messages, because it's like when email first started, so it takes place in the 90s, and he falls in love with this woman named Beth, and then I guess they meet because they work at the same office, so they meet and they fall in love. I really don't know, but I don't know, it sounds interesting. And look, it was only $1.50. Okay, then I got this one, Dead Girl Running by Christina Dodd. So again, I don't know a lot about this other than it's another thriller. It says, I have 3 confessions to make. I've got this scar of a gunshot on my forehead. I don't remember an entire year of my life. My name is Keelan Adams, and that's half a lie. So I'm ready. I feel like this can be like a psychological, mind-bending read, and I'm excited for it. Okay, and then I got yet another thriller. This is The Party by Lisa Hall. This is about this woman named Rachel who wakes up in a weird bed, a weird bedroom. She doesn't know where she is or how she got there or what happened the night before, and she especially doesn't know why her husband would leave her at someone else's house. And now she's kind of getting her memory back, tiny pieces at a time. So this is the story of what really happened at that party that night, and it just sounds terrifying and amazing. I love those kind of books. I love like the mystery element, and I love when the character is like not trustworthy, because you're going through this reading from their perspective, and like you are believing everything because you're inside their mind, and then you find out that the character is not really trustworthy. So it just messes with you, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited for that one. And then, okay, these two kind of are a package deal. I mean, not technically, but okay, so I've tried to read Jane Austen before, and I've just never gotten into anything by Jane Austen. And I'm doing this challenge next year where I try to read more outside my comfort zone. I have this poster that you might have noticed recently. It's 100 books you must read. And it literally has a list of 100 books that you should read. And my goal is to read from that poster. And I also got this reference book that is 508 must-read books. And I'm going to do a part there where I pick some of those to read throughout the year too. But a lot of overlap happens between those two books. Between the poster and the book. And on everyone's must-read list is Jane Austen. So, I'm going to go in with an open mind and try to read Pride and Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. Other than it being Jane Austen and romance, I don't know anything about these. And classics. But I'm excited to try Jane Austen again. Hopefully, knock on wood, I get this challenge done next year. Okay. It's called 41 Uses for a Grandma. And it's literally just a list with pictures of grandma. So number 15, timekeeper. Number 17, coat room. Fan club. Jewelry box. So I just thought that was really cute. And it was only 50 cents. So I got it. And then I got the Turnaround Upside Down alphabet book. So it's literally the alphabet. It's a really cute alphabet book. It's G becomes a magic wand casting a spell, a scooter's back wheel, and a fishing hook as you move it. So it's really cute. And I think my children will love that. And then the last kids book that I picked up is Disney Princess Collection, Love and Friendship Stories. This one, if it's in a kinder or even a first grade, I feel like this would have to be something that me, as the teacher, I would have to read to them, which I have no problem with that. Look. So it'll be a really easy read, fun, and I think the kids will enjoy it. I want to get more. I actually have a decent teacher supply of stuff that maybe I'll do like a teacher video where I show you all the loot I've gotten over the past couple of years as a teacher. I think that'd be really cool. Okay, let me hurry up with this list because I feel like this video is going to be too long. But let's go back to the thrift store bag. These are my last few books. Let's see, I've got 4 books left. So, a classic that I got, I don't know if I like this edition because look at how tiny that is. I think it's a mass market paperback, which aren't my favorite, but this is a book that I need to read, but look at how big it is. Look at that. But it's a classic, Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, and I don't know anything other than it's a classic. I think it follows sisters during the Civil War, but I could definitely be wrong, so don't quote me on that. Then this one, I don't know anything at all about it. It's called The Stranger, but it's by Haulin, and he has authored Runaway and The Boy in the Woods, which are both on my TBR. I think this is another thriller, and yeah, I didn't really have to know anything. I just saw his name, and I know that he's on the list of authors that I want to read. And then the last two are actually books I've heard of that I can give you a decent synopsis about, I think. So the first one is The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein. So it's like a heart-wrenching book about this dog, or that has this dog in it. Okay, so I guess I don't have a really good synopsis on this one. I just know that there's a dog, and it was recently made into a movie with Zac Efron. I think I have not seen the movie either. But maybe if I read this, then I'll want to watch the movie. Like I don't have enough to do. And then the last one, I'm pretty sure everyone has heard of, and that is Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. So it's about dinosaurs, and I have seen the movie, the 90s movie, Jurassic Park. They also did a reboot with Chris Pratt and Amy Adams called Jurassic World. I love Jurassic World. You can definitely tell that technology had gotten bigger from the 90s when the original was filmed, but Jurassic Park, the movie, is an icon. And it was, it started a lot. And so I kind of just want to see what started the book. What started the movie, which is the book. Okay. Now, let's do... Okay, so for 2021, I'm thinking of taking away Bookopoly. I love Bookopoly, and I love the prompts, and I love picking out my books. I enjoy it so much. Sometimes I play it more than once, and you only get to see one of them. And I think that's a problem, that I play that much. So I'm creating my own TBR game. Oh, let's see. There we go. So there's lots of different dice. So there's a D20, a D12, 1 to 4. Then there's, these are 1 to 7, 1 to 8. And then a regular 1 to 6. Then this is 10 to 90, but it's 10 to 90, but it's only the, I guess it's 0 to 90, but it's only going up by 10. And the last one is 9. So I have a game idea for these that I'm super excited is in the process. And I haven't opened this yet, but I'm pretty sure it's the other set of dice that goes with those. Okay, so I had to go get a knife to cut it because I'm weak. But I'm pretty sure, oh my gosh, yeah. So these are my story dice, I'm pretty sure. So I also need a list of prompts to use in this game, but dang, they packaged it really well. I might have to go get my knife again. Oh wait, it just kind of goes up. So, and a cool thing about this is that it would be useful in the classroom too once I become a teacher. Let's see, 9 story dice, 54 images. Happy Story Dice. The iconic storytelling game. How to play. Roll the dice and look at the images face up. Let the image spark your imagination and tell a story with all the pictures. So that would be perfect to use in a classroom. I love that idea. But for the game, woo! Oh my gosh! Look at the little bag! Oh, that is so cute. It looks like Christmas themed. Because there's a Christmas tree and a reindeer. Oh my god, that's so adorable. See, aren't you glad I didn't open this without you guys? But then there are these dice. Oh my gosh. So, I have a D9. One of these is a D9. So it might tell me how many of these I'm going to use in a month to pick basically like a prompt kind of. So like, say that I roll a flashlight. So that could be like to read in the dark, or it could be like a scary book. I still haven't decided, obviously. Then there's like a heart. So it could be a romance or a book that has a romance element. And then I'm not going to go through all of them because there's like 54 of them. But then there's like a pirate. So it could be one set at sea or with pirates, although I don't think I have any more pirate ones. Then there's like a dead fish. So something involving food. I don't know. I'm just making these up at the top of my head, guys. That's probably not what the prompts are going to be, but there's so many different choices. And like, if I get this clock, oh, never mind. I can't find the clock. Okay, so if I get this apple, it could be a book that I want to read as a teacher, like, even if it's just reading one of the picture books that I get, you know, something like that. Or there's like a fork and a knife, so it has food on the cover, or something like that. Then like a moon could be like another goodnight book, or you know, there's like a million different things we can do with these. Oh, see, this one has an alien. And yeah, so it could involve outer space. Or there's a plane, so it could involve travel. And yeah, it's just, there are a million different possibilities. And I'm super excited to use these and incorporate them into my new game. Let's see if this works. So we're going to open this bag and throw all these in here. So that is so exciting. Oh my gosh. I love that. I was surprised by the bag. Okay, now let's finish our book haul. We don't have a lot left, but we have, so after the thrift store, I went to the Dollar Tree. What? And I found 3 books at the Dollar Tree. Do you guys shop at the Dollar Tree for books? Let me know in the comments below. So, this is the only one I had heard of before. It's The Unlikelies by Carrie Firestone. This is about this girl who just wanted to have a boring, laid-back summer with her family. And then she saves a baby, and someone videotapes it, and the videotape goes viral. So she gets, like, instant famous. And usually I don't like fame, but this one seems really cute. And, I mean, that's cute, but look at that freaking book. The book itself is just pretty. See, that would work for, like, food on the cover or whatever, because there's all the treats. Alright. Then there's City of Saints and Thieves. The only thing about this book that I don't love is the deckled edges, but I'll get over it. So, I don't know about this book either. All I know is that the first sentence back here says Ocean's 11 meets Blood Diamond. That's all I have to know, and that's all you guys get to know. Okay, and then I also found Outrun the Moon by Stacey Lee. So this one might surprise some of you because it's a historical fiction. YA historical fiction set in San Francisco in 1906, where this girl named Mercy Wong, it wants to get out of Chinatown and kind of make a name for herself, and the only way she can do that is by going to this boarding school. But the only people who get into the boarding school are the wealthy white girls, and Mercy Wong is not a wealthy white girl. So this is kind of her story of getting into the school, but after she gets into the school, there's a huge earthquake in San Francisco that shatters her home and ruins school for her. And then she has to wait in a park encampment, like a camp, until her parents come to get her after the earthquake. And it just sounds so good. It actually sounds like it might break my heart. Okay. So, from here, let's go. Okay, so these are all the books I got from Bookman's. So I traded all my books, got credit, and this is my last stack for July. It's also the books that I got, at Bookman's, my local store. I'm really getting into Agatha Christie. This is The Unexpected Guest. So, along a mist-shrouded country road in South Wales, on a chilly November evening, engineer Michael Starkweather's car stands hopelessly stuck in a muddy ditch. Ambling up to the nearest house for help, Starkweather, will reply when he knocks on the French doors of the elegant, darkened home. With a push, the doors open, and inside, he's witness to a startling scene. A man slumped over dead in a wheelchair, and his lovely young wife standing nearby with smoking gun in hand. Laura Warwick immediately confesses to the crime, But Starweather, man intrigued by what lay beneath the surface, begins to uncover family ties and chilling motives. Woohoo! Alright. Then there's, this is for another challenge next year. It is in the 508 books to read. I think it might be on this list, but I don't know. I know that Anne Rice is one of the best horror writers, or at least that's what people say. I've never read anything by her, so I really wanted to. This is Interview with the Vampire. So I don't typically read vampire books anymore. I'm kind of over it, but I know that I have to try this one at least once, just to say that I tried it. Then I have Planet of the Apes by Pierre Boulle. I've never seen the movie or read the book, but it's a world where the apes take over. I don't know. Then Jaws by Peter Benchley. So this is about a shark attack. You know, there's a huge movie made in the 60s, 80s, I don't know. I think it's an older movie. I think it's like the 60s or 70s, but I could be wrong. But it's Jaws. Everyone knows Jaws. So I've never read it. I want to. Then I could not decide between these two classics, so I got them both just to find out that my husband has one of these books on his shelf, and like neither one of us thought to say, hey, we already have that book, you don't need it. So I got The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain and Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. I still want to continue my pursuit in reading classics in the year 2021. It might not be a goal of mine, but I feel like I've read enough of them this year to say that confidently that I will pick them more often, even if it's not a goal. I hope. But yeah, I don't know much about either of them, just that they're classics. Alright, then I watched this movie last week with my hubby man, and if you know who this author is, then you probably already know that this book is Bird Box by Josh Malerman. So I did not step onto the hype train of this until now, and I wish I would have watched that movie and picked up this book way sooner. So I'm gonna read this book next week during Reading Rush. You probably won't see this until the end of the month, so Reading Rush should already be in the process as you're watching this. But this is about like a virus that if you see the virus, then you go crazy. You hurt and kill everyone around you until you die. You basically kill yourself too. And it was freaking scary to watch. So I want to read it because I feel like the book is going to be better. The book is almost always better. There are cases where it's not, but almost always. And the last two books in this mega, ultra huge haul I've read both of these, so these are both read. They are both favorites. They are both 5-star reads, and they're both by the same author. Casey West! So we have The Fill-In Boyfriend by Casey West, who I just read this the day before yesterday, and oh my gosh, this gave me all the feels. So it makes me wonder if I would like fake dating, because this plays with the trope of fake dating, and then it turns into like real feelings, and it was so good. This is by far the best Casey West book I have read. I have only read a few though, so don't take that super harshly. Like, if you love a different Casey West book, or you think this one's trash, then that's fine. But oh my gosh, I'm not a romance reader. I'm not a contemporary reader. I say that, and then all my last 7 good books were contemporaries. So I don't know, maybe I like them more than I think I do. But The Fill-In Boyfriend, so Gia gets dumped right before prom, and she finds this guy, Fill-In Bradley, because Bradley was her boyfriend, to go to prom with her because she gets dumped right before prom. And they had a really nice, amazing night together, and then he needs a favor. He needs a fill-in date to win his ex-girlfriend back, and he calls Gia. So Gia goes on this fake date to make his ex-girlfriend jealous, and then, fake love turns into real love and heartache, and I could rave about this book all freaking night, guys. And then this one I actually bought because I read it on an audiobook, and I wanted it on my shelf so I can read it whenever I want. And that is By Your Side by Casey West. So this was another 5-star read. So this is about this girl, Autumn, who gets locked into the library over the weekend, and she thinks she's alone until she finds out, dun 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 dun, the bad boy that everybody loves to hate is stuck in the library with her. And then it's kind of like them falling into friendship, and then more than friendship. And it was just so cute and fluffy and amazing, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. Honestly, I think I don't know if it's a hate to love, because they do really not like each other at the beginning, but I think it's more out of being teenagers and not really knowing each other. Like, they just didn't give each other the time of day until they got stuck together in the library. And oh my gosh, these were so good. This one's definitely better. I love the fake dating trope. So if you have any recommendations of fake dating trope that's not cringy or anything, that's just really fluffy and really good, like this Casey West book, please leave it in the comments below. I need some more of this in my life. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we are ending on the best note possible because this is the end of my book haul. So I've been recording for almost 2 hours, so hopefully this video is not 2 hours long. But oh my gosh, I really need recommendations based on the fill-in boyfriend. Like, I need some fake dating tropes right now. Please help a girl out. But I love this one too. This one's just at the top. Oh my gosh, I might have to read every single Casey West book. Give this video a big thumbs up if you think I should read all of Casey West's backlist titles because, oof, oh my gosh, I did not know I needed Casey West in my life. And you know, it's funny because my friends Amanda and Michael, they told me several months ago, hey girl, Casey West is the best. You should, try and read her stuff, because they were always talking about Casey West, and I'm like, she's so overrated, and like, I tried to read one, but I don't think my heart was in it at the time. I wish I wouldn't have traded that one in. But I'll slowly get or read them. I have, maybe I'll read them on Kindle or something. But then again, I really need to read all my books. It's okay. I'm probably gonna continue with my Casey West reads. I also really want to read Morgan Manson, so if you've read anything by Morgan Manson that's really fluffy and cute, please leave in the comments below any recommendations from either of these two authors. But oh my gosh, especially like the fake dating trope. I have no idea what else to say about this, but so good. I just love it to pieces with every single piece of my heart. These were both great. So thank you for watching my huge book haul. I'm gonna count all the books and then tell you, I'll title it however many, so you already know. But thank you for hanging out with me. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel where we always talk about books and I learn more and more about myself through my reading journey, as I fell in love with Casey West. Oh my gosh, Amanda, Michael, I know your jaws have dropped and that you guys are so proud of me, but oh my gosh. So I also started Fame, Date, and the First Kiss, something like that, and I was really enjoying it, but I don't know why I didn't finish it. So that is maybe gonna be my next Casey West, hopefully. But oh my gosh, I need recommendations, guys. Something like these. I've been really loving my contemporaries, which is weird because last month in June I was really loving my thrillers, and now all I want are these like feel good romance contemporaries, and just amazing. But thank you for hanging out with me, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Also, put in the comments below if you like one huge haul every month, or if you like when I do the smaller hauls as I get them throughout the month. I kind of can see pluses to both, but let me know in the comments below. Bye, guys.